Are you beautiful? I remember the I remember the Mac Davis song. Everyone is beautiful in his own way. I don't know about that, but are you? Do you think you're beautiful? By what standard will we judge people? Well, the internet has a bunch of painted influencers, these young, chiseled girls. They might have, augmented everything and skinny and perfect hair, and the makeup is just right. And they always have the phone pointed at themselves. It's the me show. It's about me. And then this lady showed up on the internet and she's blowing up. Welcome to Doug in Exile. Let's talk about beauty.
Since everybody's talking about my looks and how I'm ugly and everything.
Who in the world would call this woman ugly? That's just evil. This is what happens when you go out in public. People will make fun of your looks. And some people will especially get it, especially women. I never want you guys to be ashamed or afraid of how you look. It's not that beauty has nothing to do with its aesthetics. It's not that it has nothing to do with your features. Obviously, that plays into it. That is not the most important feature. True, deep beauty.
Teach me how to do foundation. Teach me how to do contour, highlight.
I can't teach you how to do foundation and highlight, although there's probably a lot of effeminate men who can teach you how to do that these days. I look at this woman and I see beauty. I think she's beautiful. And by that, I mean, I've seen these social influencers, these incredibly shallow, mean-spirited, selfish women. And I go, I do not want to spend time with them. But this woman, I would love to have a beer. We'd have a blast because she's honest. There's something about her honesty that I think is even more valuable.
Teach me how to do that stuff, please, so I can be beautiful. I want to be pretty.
You're pretty. I think she looks fine. I have known seriously disfigured people, a woman at my old church, whom any one of us, including this lady, would not want to trade places with. Okay. She had a giant growth, like this thing hanging down over her face. And she had red stains on her face, and her mouth was just puffed out to here with some kind of a disease. And she talked like this. And she was my favorite person in church because I looked at her and I just saw Jesus. I looked right into her and I go, I can tell you're just an awesome person and you're beautiful to my God. I know how he sees you. Now, all of us, I'm 57 years old. I get you're too old. I'm 6'8". You're too tall. You stick out. You're too this, you're too that. Many of you are going to get it too. You're overweight. You're too old. You're missing a leg. You're missing an eye. You have a wall eye. And so everyone be ashamed and cover it up. And if there's one thing that's great about the exhibitionism of the internet, it's that I think it's opening up people's minds to different kinds of physical looks. You don't have to look like everyone else. And I think that's kind of what this woman is mourning, if anything, that she doesn't look so much like everyone else. And obviously she's crushed and my heart goes out to her.
I really do. I want to be pretty. But I don't know how to do makeup.
But you don't know how to do makeup. She wants to be pretty. Hey, I want to be pretty too. You know why? Because pretty people have it easy. I want to be ripped and huge and handsome and amazing. And so does every woman. Every woman wants to be pretty because you get all the free. You never have to buy your own drink. You don't have to pump your own gas. Guys will fall over themselves to give you attention. You see it when they walk in the room. I mean, I've seen women that the air just sucked out of the room when they walked in, purely for physical looks. I'm not talking about genuine interior beauty. I've known obviously all of them, and the most beautiful woman I have ever known is the beloved Miss Tenaple. Also physically beautiful. I've never met someone more beautiful than her. But, she ain't young. She ain't 22 anymore, like when I met her. So should I just discard her and find some other 22-year-old? Because our age, we just melt, we just droop. Gravity just bakes us and just turns us to a crisp. By the end of life, old people, they almost look dead before they die. I always laugh at myself and my own. What do I want? I could put makeup on and put a foundation on and unify everything. I could get a hairstylist. I have these bags under my eyes. I could get my eyes done. I've actually talked about that with my wife, where I go like, man, these bags are huge. I gotta take 10 years off my face.
So, teach me, help me. If I'm so ugly, please.
She's begging us to help. Psh. Yep. Okay, cut. It breaks my heart to hear her beg, someone please help me be beautiful.
I just want to be beautiful. I want to be pretty.
Our society, it really is, it's an economy of beauty where people can sell themselves and just make lots of money, have all the friends, whatever. By the way, some beautiful women, 5 minutes after you're done talking to them, you're ready to chew your arm off, out of that coyote trap, because they have nothing to say, because they've relied on their beauty their whole life. They never had to develop their personality. Now, you show me a homely woman who can smile and be happy, she's developed something. You have to work on other things than your aesthetic. And really, the biggest complaint everyone has is, I don't want to stick out too much. I just want to can I just look more like everybody else, please? Can I have their nose and their eyes and their this and their that, their car, their house, their money, their friends? Can I have their? I
know it's not going to happen, but I can't do makeup that good, and I want to be pretty. So if you got a problem with it, teach me how to do it.
Oh, I'll teach you how to do it. First of all, work on your strengths. Your strengths are honesty, seem like a cool chick. I hope this message gets out to her. I hope she sees it. I hope the chat, comment below. Tell her what you think about beauty. What should she be concerned with? Should it be makeup? I mean, the biggest thing I can teach you how to do is to love life and love your life. It's kind of a shortcut for me to want to look a certain way to get what I need. It's conceding to the culture. It's saying, you know what? The lies you say about looks and just will give you power, it's giving into that. And we don't give into that. I'd rather defend 1,000 homely people and hang with them and cheer over a beer than have every woman crushed like this woman under the internet because someone is lying to you. You've been lied to. Everyone might be lying to you. Here's Roald Dahl, one of my favorite authors. I believe this is from his book Witches. He did Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory and James and the Giant Peach. If a person has ugly thoughts, it begins to show on the face. And when that person has ugly thoughts every day, every week, every year, the face gets uglier and uglier until it gets so ugly you can hardly bear to look at it. However, now that's true. You see someone glum, you see someone angry all the time, you see someone hateful, they start to wear it in their countenance, hunched over. But here's a beautiful person to Roald Dahl. A person who has good thoughts cannot ever be ugly. You can have a wonky nose and a crooked mouth and a double chin and stick out teeth. But if you have good thoughts, they will shine out of your face like sunbeams, and you will always look lovely. I've seen even physically attractive women who were hunched over and so terrified, and they let their hair down their face. They're always trying to hide their face, that they became more homely. And I've seen women who were, a solid 6, stand up, project, give themselves away generously to other people. And they were adored and cherished and loved by men. But let's let the Bible will wrap this up. Here's Proverbs 11:22. Like a gold ring and a pig's snout is a beautiful woman who shows no discretion. So I think the beautiful woman gets a pass on a lot of things, but Proverbs says it's like putting a gold ring in a pig's snout. Does that make the pig more beautiful to put a gold ring in its snout? Or is it not just hilariously revolting? So listen, don't paint the house. You don't need to work on your makeup techniques. I think you're wonderful as you are, that you're honest, and that is a great characteristic to be that transparent on the internet, by the way. It actually takes courage. This woman in this video is strong. I'm Doug in Exile.